Imagine trusting someone who promises you safety or love, only to find yourself a prisoner. This hidden crime often begins not with force but with false promises. Traffickers are experts at finding moments of vulnerability. Sex trafficking often begins with someone the victim knows and trusts. In this documentary, we ask what psychological chains keep people trapped when the door is open. We begin with survivor stories. Gabrielle Triplet met the man she thought was her first love, only to be drawn into a nightmare. When she tried to escape, he turned violent and shot her. Only by convincing him to hide the weapon and call an ambulance did Gabrielle finally reach safety. Dependency and abuse slowly forced her into prostitution against her will. Another victim, a high school senior known as Lauren, believed she was talking to a movie producer online. At first, they treated her kindly, buying gifts and promising opportunity. Within weeks, she was coerced into sex work under a fake contract. Her family eventually intervened and alerted authorities, but not before the traffickers stole everything she earned. Not all victims are hidden in plain sight. Some arrive from abroad with hopes of honest work. Traffickers promise jobs and pay, then seize passports and create huge debts. Victims are told their families will be harmed if they refuse. Trust and economic need become invisible chains. Traffickers use powerful psychological tactics by grooming victims with affection and promises, isolating them from friends and family, and controlling money, documents, and movement. Victims lose support, lose identity, and begin to believe escape is impossible. Violence and threats enforce obedience. Some are beaten, some are raped, some are threatened with guns. Emotional abuse destroys self-worth. Victims are blamed, shamed, and told they deserve their suffering. Over time, fear replaces hope. Many victims develop trauma bonds with their captors. Small kindness follows cruelty and gifts follow punishment. Victims become emotionally attached to the person hurting them. Loyalty, guilt, and fear become tangled together as the psychological cage grows stronger than any lock. Law enforcement and advocates explain that victims do not stay by choice and are controlled through fear, isolation, debt, and manipulation. Psychologists say repeated trauma changes the brain and victims become numb, dependent, and terrified to imagine life outside captivity. So why don't they just run away? Because the mind has become the prison and shame, threats, trauma bonds, and financial barriers block the exit. Many survivors return because the unknown feels more frightening than the abuse they know. Human trafficking thrives in silence, but awareness can break the chains. Learn the signs, trust your instincts, support survivors, and report suspected trafficking because every voice matters. Every act of awareness can save a life, and every act of compassion can help someone escape. Understanding control is the first step to freedom. Even after the darkest times, there is hope.